and welcome to my channel, Koffeebeen K-pop. Today, I will be reviewing Baby by ASTRO. It's a very fun and youthful video, but it also has a kind of mature polish to it. It's not quite a cutesy concept, and it's not quite a mature concept. It is very evident that a lot of attention to detail and careful planning and good communication was going on between departments and stages of production, and I think that is why it is such a good, enjoyable, and fun music video. So let's get started. First up, let's talk about storyline and concept. This music video has a loose storyline, and it brings back the Sodas from their Breathless music video, which I think is super unique and clever, and I like that it's becoming a theme with them because it fits them as a group and it really fits this concept. The story is short and sweet, not too complicated, pretty easy to understand, and it's enough to keep the audience engaged and also enough to keep it from being just a series of pretty images. It gives it sort of a point and a direction to go in. It also uses color theory as a narrative theme, which I think is really cool. Their soda menu is a little nod to that because the characteristics listed under each color are commonly associated with color theory and help solidify that they're expressing their personalities and their concept through color. This concept overall is refreshing and bubbly, which ties into the soda really well, validates the heavy use of color, and is also a nice step beyond their cutesy schoolboy concepts. Secondly, I'm going to talk about production design, starting off with sets, location, and color palette. This whole music video was filmed on indoor sets. I'm guessing the store was mostly rented pieces, and I'm also guessing that the color rooms were built specifically for this music video because they're a little simpler and a little easier. Overall, the sets were very cohesive and helped the music video flow smoothly. There were no jarring shifts despite the fact that they were using really bright colors. MJ's room was the odd one out. I think that the grass floor idea was cute to make it feel like it was outside with the trampoline, but it did disrupt the monochromatic palettes a bit. The silver streamer room was kind of a bad idea because streamers and confetti, especially when they're reflective like that, often cause some digital noise in the footage, and I think that that would have been really easy to avoid. I feel like they could have come up with something else for those shots. So those are my two biggest gripes: the grass floor in the orange room and the silver streamer room overall. There was a very vibrant color palette in this music video, and most likely those colors were more subdued on set and that they were shot flat and then boosted in post. They had a good mix of rich tones, and none of them really overpowered the others. They all went together very well, which is hard to do when you're working with colors that are that strong, but I think they balanced it. The yellow got a little close to being blinding. They knew where that line was and they didn't cross it, which I think is a testament to the fact that they really knew what they were doing. The next part of production design that I'm going to talk about is props and decorations. I think they utilized a clean and modern aesthetic very well. Everything felt like it belonged in the little world of the music video. They had a nice integration of the plant, fern, greenery trend that you see a lot in music videos nowadays, but it wasn't distracting. It didn't feel like they were trying to tack on an extra theme too much. It was just a nice hint, and I think that was really great. The blue and white balls in the bathtub instead of water was a really clever idea that I liked a lot. However, I didn't like the balls on the trampoline as much. Those didn't make as much sense because in the bathtub they were supposed to be water, but I'm not sure what they were supposed to be on the trampoline. I really liked Moonbin's room because it felt like a really high-end Target advertisement, and that's high praise because those commercials are really well designed. The next part of production design I'm going to discuss is costumes, makeup, and styling. They really captured that refreshing and bubbly vibe super well. There was a nice color matching between the sets and the costumes where they didn't blend in too much, but they utilized sort of a monochromatic palette very well by using different shades of each color for each room. There was an ingenious bit of crossover between the costumes and the set in the choreo room. If you look here, you can see the diagonal black and white stripes in the background really complement the black stripe across their shirts and the white stripe across their pants. They're not so identical that they blend in with each other, but they definitely show a unified design, and I think that that's a really nice little detail that they had in there. It's things like that that boost the quality of any production. It shows that they put a lot of thought into it. The makeup was very simple, very clean. It kept them looking youthful and glowing without making them too washed out. Nothing was too heavy or too stylish. stylized, and they looked great. Their hairstyles were all very well suited to their faces. I like the colors for each of them, and overall, I think that everyone looks their best in this era. I'm really happy with their stylists. Bless you, bless. Third, I'm gonna talk about cinematography and lighting. There was a really good balance between static and moving shots in this music video, and the moving shots were very well controlled and timed. Nothing felt too hectic. It was all very smooth and pleasing to the eye and made it really easy to watch. They kept a really consistent pattern of movement throughout, and so everything flowed very nicely. My favorite part of the cinematography of this music video is the very natural use of POV, or point of view shots. They kept a really good framing and distance, so it didn't feel too invasive. POV is very difficult to pull off well because it's very easy to make several big mistakes, such as being too close to the subject or the person, or moving around too erratically. But the movement in the POV shots was very smooth and it felt very natural. I think they really nailed the POV shots. I'm not a cinematographer myself, so I asked two of my friends who are, Zach and Zach, to give me their thoughts on what camera they think was used for this music video. Zach said, "It's so hard to figure out because the image is so clean. There's no form of tint or detail to show one way or the other. Can you guess where my screen is?" It's a mystery. He continued on to say that he didn't think it was an ARRI or a RED, which are two of the most common high-end cameras used to shoot music videos in the US. Both Zach and Zach agreed that the camera used for this music video was probably something from Sony. Zach speculated it was an FS5 or an FS7 or something similar to that, which are Sony's top-of-the-line video production cameras. Zach speculated that the lack of contrast in the video might have been from using master prime lenses, which are nice lenses. I also asked them if they had any opinions on the lighting, and I think that Zach sums it up best by saying that the lighting style is common to K-pop. Super soft, omnidirectional light with zero shadows and no contrast. Part of what gives idols that ethereal glow they have in music videos is this lighting technique. Everything looks velvety because everything is equally lit and you can't tell what direction the light is coming from because it's coming from all directions. There are almost no shadows, and when there are, their edges are very feathered and not a sharp line, which helps everything blend together and feel very much like a painting. Makes it all feel very soft. Almost every bright, cute, or happy-themed K-pop music video uses this lighting technique, especially when they're filmed on box sets, which is most of what this music video used. They really perfected and polished this technique for this music video, which helps those colors pop without bleeding onto the skin tone, so it keeps their skin tone looking natural. I really liked the clever use of neon signs in every room because it shows collaboration between the lighting team and the design team, which is nice to have on a set. Fourth, I'm going to talk about the post-production process, which is editing, color correction, and VFX. My main area of focus in film school was editing, so I'm pretty picky when it comes to editing, and let me tell you that whoever edited this, whatever angel descended from heaven and edited this music video, they did an amazing job. They had a very difficult task cut out for them with so many different sets and such vibrant, bright colors. It would have been so easy for this music video to be really jarring and unsettling and feel super choppy. However, their pacing was perfect and most of their cuts were completely unnoticeable. In the opening bit of choreography, there were over 7 cuts in just a few seconds, which is a lot, but it's so seamless that you don't even notice. It just flows and feels so natural. They helped keep things smooth by cutting between matching actions or matching camera movements, which shows that they really were careful about the choices and the cuts that they made. And that type of meticulous decision making is the sign of a really good, really smart editor. This is potentially my favorite editing of any K-pop music video. It's so flawless and smooth and buttery, and it just makes me feel amazing. And that's the mark of good editing, is when it makes you feel something. I think that a lot of the emotion and energy of this music video comes across because it was edited together so perfectly. Of course, everyone did a great job on this thing, but the editor, I feel, really tied it together and bumped it up to that really top-notch quality. The next part of post-production I'm going to talk about is color correction. Another common feature of K-pop music videos are very bright, vibrant colors. And again, they perfected it here. They made the colors pop but kept it from bleeding into the skin tones, which the lighting definitely helped with, but it shows that the colorists also knew what they were doing. This is yet another example of good workflow and communication between production and post-production, which is most likely due to really careful, thought-out planning in pre-production. Everything was really well balanced, except for the streamer room, which was slightly washed out. But for the rest of the video, they did a really good job of keeping lines defined, but also maintaining that soft look. Color correction can make or break a video, especially one that relies so heavy on color theory, and I think that whoever did this did a phenomenal job. And just like the editor, I think that whoever colored this took all of the great work that went into production and refined it even more and bumped it up to another level of quality. Finally, I'm going to talk about VFX. Most of the VFX in this video was pretty simple and unnoticeable, and that's how VFX should be. One of the first things that I caught was some simple and clean ceiling replacements in Rocky's room. I'm pretty sure that in those low shots looking up at Rocky, there was almost definitely some lighting equipment up in the back corner of the room, but I think they just put a simple black mask there. That's what I would have done. A quick and easy job. There was a floor replacement in the zoom out from Jinjin's room, where they just made the floor kind of one flat color. Again, a simple mask, unnoticeable unless you're looking for it. Given the amount of reflective surfaces in this music video, I wouldn't be surprised if they had to do some masking to hide equipment reflections, but I couldn't really find anything that I felt was super obviously doctored, so good job, guys! Alrighty, so that about wraps it up. I'm just going to do some quick ratings for each of the areas that I talked about. For storyline and concept, I give this music video an 8 out of 10. For production design, I give this music video a 9 out of 10. For cinematography and lighting, I give this music video an 8 out of 10. For editing, color correction, and VFX, I give this video a 10 out of 10. And the overall video score, which is taking into account technical elements and also how I viewed it as a fan, I give this music video a 9 out of 10. I'm really excited to see what ASTRO does next. This is my favorite concept and comeback for them so far, and I really hope that they do more transitional concepts like this instead of staying in their sort of cute realm or immediately hopping to some sort of mature, dark, sexy realm. I think that right now they're in a really great spot, and I cannot wait to watch them become more and more successful. Alrighty, so that was my review for Baby's ASTRO. If you like this video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Koffeebeen. And if you have a music video that you'd like to see me review, comment below or tweet at me and I'll add it to the list. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night or day, and I'll see you soon.